Jesus this week has been giving us some very practical and very easy to understand parables. They're easy to understand since he explained them. But I think the reason for the parable being used is simply so that we can take a look at the bigger picture. This way, when Jesus does explain the parable, we can then apply the details of things in our own life. Is that why God does what he does? Well, I wouldn't presume anything that I say, but it's a thought that allows each of us to see how a farm in the first century Jerusalem relates to our 21st century lives. So let's pause here so you can read the first reading along with the gospel. We are learning. Almost makes you wonder which school supply is king of the classroom. The ruler, of course. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The story of Joseph is an amazing one. Yes, see, another Dreamcoat moment. Anyway, we should pay some very close attention, actually, to the story of Joseph. He's much more than a limited look by some musical. It is quite possible the first written down story of its kind. This makes it not only a story showing off all of mankind's flaws, but also a historic event that we can read about and recognize the good and the bad and the ugly of people. We see this same human condition in our gospel story: jealousy, hatred, cowardice, etc. Mankind is broken, and we could admit that to ourselves and work very hard to improve our standards. Or we don't. See, over time, we can, when being honest, we can see the number of defects, yet we are told by our culture not to admit that they're faults. Keep smiling and make everyone believe all is going well. All of your problems can be overcome by simply distracting ourselves with new toys, new friends, new relationships, new food, that neighbor's property, which is so much nicer. That may at best put a Band-Aid on the issue, but it isn't going to really help. We should notice that there is a relationship between the people who are telling us these are the things to do and the product that they are telling us is good for us. Producers of cereal say that not only will their cereal take care of our problems, producers of sports and entertainment say that their game or marketing ploys will bring joy and happiness. Purveyors of the sex trade give you fascinating and alluring objects to take advantage of. There's no end to the lure of sin, which comes from the devil. He brings us such good things that over time destroy our lives. The people who would kill the son of the landowner were really in the first century. They were real before that, and they were real right at this very moment. Jesus is giving us instructions on becoming perfect as the Heavenly Father is perfect. See, don't use other people for your own gain or perceived gain. Don't objectify other people. They have God's given dignity. Be happy with the small things we do have. Everything around was made by God and belongs to Him. We are simply stewards of the earth and all that is in it. Jesus is speaking of His own death in today's gospel. Remember, we are the ones that are helping Him, or we're pounding the nails. For the love of God, this is Deacon Dave. See you tomorrow.